His life is now a collection of present moments, unlinked from the rich tapestry of his past, lived in a softer, more contemplative melody.
I do not recognize the young man with a proud smile holding a newborn baby, myself. I do not recognize the beautiful bride on his arm, Elena.
Elena, his wife, moves around him with practiced grace, her presence a soothing hum in his silent world. Photographs line the mantelpiece, smiling faces from weddings, birthdays and holidays. But to Don Arturo, they are strangers frozen in time.
I live my days in a gentle, quiet rhythm. My home is a sanctuary of soft light and familiar objects, each one holding a history I can no longer grasp. I sit for hours in my favorite armchair, just watching the sunbeams dance through the window pane.
As the disease progressed, the storm subsided, replaced by quiet acceptance. He lived in a state of perpetual present where yesterday was a foreign country. For his family, love became patience, answering the same question 10 times, celebrating small victories and grieving piece by piece. They became his memory keepers, holding on to the pieces of his life he could no longer carry. They were his bridge to a world that had become increasingly distant.
The frustration was once a fire within me. I would grasp for a word, a memory, and feel it slip through my fingers like sand.
Elena became the woman always there, her name lost but her care essential. Sophia, his granddaughter, a pleasant but unreadable face.
The disease is a thief, stealing the narrative of my life, leaving behind a story with missing pages. My world shrinks, the boundaries of my understanding drawing closer each day. I look at my own reflection and see a stranger.
Alzheimer's arrived like a slow, creeping fog. First a misplaced name, then memories dissolving like sugar in water. The first notes would fill the room, soft and tentative, swelling with longing. Sophia played with her whole heart, pouring love and memory into the music. As the song unfolded, Don Arturo would slowly turn toward the piano, his posture straightening, his gaze clearing. The music was a bridge, reaching across the chasm of his disease, searching for a familiar door.
I take a deep breath, steady my hands, and let them fall upon the ivory keys.
Every Sunday, Sophia would visit, greet her grandfather, and sit at the old piano. The house would hold its breath.
I learned it on the piano, practicing until I could play it with the same passion my grandparents once shared.
Sophia, his granddaughter, carried a special key, a song. It was an old bolero, the melody Don Arturo and Elena had danced to on their first date. For a few seconds he held her gaze, a genuine smile gracing his lips. Then, as gently as it had arrived, the light faded. The moment was over. Don Arturo retreated back into the quiet fortress of his mind. But for 3 glorious minutes he had been himself again, a gift of memory delivered on the wings of a song.
Tears streamed down Sophia's face, but she did not stop playing. She knew this moment was precious and fragile.
He raised a trembling hand, his lips parting to say her name. A perfect crystalline note cutting through years of silence.
Sophia.
As Sophia reached the heart of the melody, the miracle happened. The fog in Don Arturo's eyes lifted. For the first time in over a year, his gaze was sharp and full of focus. The music provided a powerful cue, helping his brain bypass damaged routes and find a clear path back to a moment in time. This is why someone who cannot remember a name might sing every word of a song from their youth. For his family, that bridge was everything, a testament to the brain's mysterious power.
This is called music-evoked autobiographical memory. Songs from our youth are deeply encoded with personal meaning. For Don Arturo, that bolero was the sound of falling in love. Playing it was like handing his brain a map back to that feeling.
When Don Arturo heard that bolero, the music acted like a master key, unlocking memories and emotions associated with it.
Think of memory as a library. In Alzheimer's, the librarian can't find the books, but musical memory is stored in a more protected part of the library.
See, what happened in that living room felt like magic, but it was the profound connection between music and the human brain. In the quiet landscape of Alzheimer's, we must search for what remains. Memory is fragile, but love is resilient. For Don Arturo and his family, that bolero was a powerful reminder. The people we love are more than their memories. Sometimes, all it takes is the right song to hear love's enduring echo, proving that even when the mind forgets, love never truly does.
The weekly ritual at the piano became a sacred act of communion. Sometimes it brought clarity, sometimes just a smile, but always hope. Sophia continued to play, tending to his soul, watering a part of him still alive.
The moment passed, and Don Arturo returned to his quiet world. But for Sophia and Elena, something had changed. They had proof that the man they loved was still there, living in a place words could no longer reach. The disease had built a wall, but music had shown them a secret door. Love, they realized, could exist in a song, in a flash of recognition, in tears of joy.